Hey folks, it's Kat.Beanie and welcome back to another episode. So as you can see, I'm currently surrounded by chorus plants, and for the past few days, I've just been farming them. So I've got like this shulker box here, and as you can see, I've been making lots of purple blocks. Purple blocks. God, say that like 10 times fast. And before, the plan was to make a miniature build. So obviously this is my main base, but as you can see the center is slightly askew, so we need to take that into account. So if we come over here, I wanted to make another build over here, which faces that one. Now, I don't know what the plan is going to be for that, but I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to have a lot of purple blocks. That's the way it's going. Over the past couple of days, as some of you may know if you watched my last episode, my grandmother passed on Sunday, early Sunday morning. And oh, I've got a mangrove thingy over here. Come here, little propagal. And I've just been like playing Minecraft. Like I was playing in a peaceful world. Like I was literally just running around the map, collecting stuff from villages and whatnot. And I wasn't actually doing any active gameplay. I was just running around grabbing stuff, and that was it. And then came in here and started, like, as you can see, there's chorus plants everywhere right now. So I've been doing that. And apart from that, just generally getting on with stuff that needs to be getting on with. Thankfully, well, somewhat thankfully, I don't have to deal with the planning of the funeral or anything like that. That is well in hand with some of my grandmother's other family members. Which I do find can be a bit of a blessing and a curse, because obviously if there's things specific that if you lose someone and you want included in the funeral and you're not in charge of organising it, obviously those sorts of things might be missed out. There's nothing specific that I would wish to happen that, I would make known. But I think if obviously there was something specific that I would like to happen, I'm fairly confident that, the other members of the family would take that into account. Thankfully, my grandmother she was aware of her medical conditions, and she had all her affairs sort of in order before she passed. So that does make things immeasurably easier on the family members that are left behind. It can be very, very difficult on families where the person has passed suddenly, or they don't have an executor of their will in place, and they don't have a will at all, or they haven't outlined what they would like to happen if they pass, or even what they would like to happen if they're ever in a critical condition. And obviously life support and stuff, that's a whole other thing. That wasn't anything we had to deal with. The doctor did have a discussion with me about putting in a DNR, which is a do not resuscitate thing. But up until the end, my grandmother was fully cognitively aware of everything that was going on, so everything went by her. she did get a bit forgetful about some things, like one of the discussions they had with the doctors about a DNR. She didn't really remember, so I had to sort of chat with her again about that. Trying to keep my composure while having that sort of discussion with her about, did she understand what was going on? Was she okay with, this decision? Did she understand the decision? Did she agree with the decision? Because that was my main priority, like doing whatever it was she wanted to happen. And obviously doctors would say that trying to resuscitate an 80-year-old in general, despite the fact that, one with ongoing medical conditions, but trying to resuscitate an 80-year-old in general doesn't often have a high chance of success. And even if you get their heart beating again, there's not a guarantee that they'll be the same person they were beforehand. There could be medical deficits, there could be cognitive issues for the lack of oxygen, like all these sorts of things you need to take into account. And obviously you've got to remember that trying to perform CPR on a person that age, like you do have to crack their ribs and everything else, and so you've got to take all of this into account. And then you've got to think about, well, if it is successful, what is their quality of life going to be like after that? And how long do you think that would give them? And if the answers to those aren't great, then it's not really a feasible option. Like, it's better to just let the person pass as peacefully as you can. And I stop myself from getting upset. So that's sort of where we were. Just trying to think, if I build it over there, I don't really have much on this side without doing a lot of terraforming, so I might just build it here to the side, coming off the path. So yeah, all those things. But she had decided, like, before the doctor talked to me, because obviously the doctor spoke to her first, which was the appropriate thing to do, about what she wanted. And she had indicated that is, she was okay with that. And if she hadn't agreed, there's a thing in the UK where the doctor can implement a DNR without the family's permission, if they feel that is in the best interest of the patient. Usually that's when, obviously in instances where the patient is elderly, they don't have access to, family that can tell them what the patient's wishes would be, or if the patient has sort of cognitive disabilities where they can't communicate what their wishes would be, and the likelihood of a positive outcome from resuscitation is unlikely. One thing I do not like is that sometimes they do get it wrong and implement DNRs for people that could have survived and thrived after a DNR without any ongoing complications, or for children like my own that are all autistic, sometimes if a patient has a sort of learning disability like my son, and they may decide to put a DNR on their file just because, and it has been quite a, why is there guys in here? It has been quite a bit of controversy in the UK due to that. What, is my piglet farm on? It must be, right? How? Oh, it is on. How long has that been on for? Right, let's just turn everything off. Is it off or on? I am so confused right now. Oh no, they're coming down now. I think that's on now. So where did the other guys come from? Were they just like in the system? Off. Maybe they were just lingering about. Yeah, so anyway, there's been quite a bit of controversy over that for the past few years with the NHS. And obviously them having to take people to court. There was this quite controversial one over, there was this little boy, it was in the papers and everything. There was this little boy who couldn't survive without medical intervention, and the doctors had decided to take him off life support, and the parents disagreed with the decision, and they got a lot of people involved, a lot of media, a lot of social media stuff, and obviously tried to overturn the decision, and it went to court and everything else, and the judge sided with them. So we don't sort of have the thing over here where what the family says goes, because we do have a free healthcare service. One of the benefits of it's obviously you can get free healthcare at point of contact whenever you need it, and obviously one of the downsides of that is that if you're not paying privately for XYZ that you would like for your family members, then ultimately the decision is down to the medical professionals and not the family. But that's just one of the differences between private and, public health service. Okay, folks, so we're having this world. I've come to realise I might actually need to build an iron farm. I've been doing quite good so far, but with the villager nerfs and what have you come up, and if at any point I want to get more trading villagers in a different location, I'm going to have to move, obviously, the villagers all over the place, which might require a lot of rail systems and all that sort of stuff. I seem to be making, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing at the minute, but I seem to be making many little houses or something, as opposed to one big build. My original plan was to make a build that looks same sort of structure as this, but smaller. And I might still do that, over here. Maybe a church or something. That could be quite cool. But I do like the idea of having a little, a little village. And I don't like the look of the typical villages, but I'm not really much of a fan of this one either at the minute, to be honest. But we'll keep going. We'll see how it turns out. And if I don't like it, with everything in Minecraft or in life, if you don't like it, change it. Everything doesn't have to be perfect the first time. If there's something that you don't like, that you made and it didn't turn out the way you expected, you can just change your mind. You are allowed. That is a thing you can do. Right, let's double this one up here. So pop these in. They're looking pretty dark, aren't they? But hopefully they'll look a little bit better with the purple accents. I have no idea how to use that word. Right. Pull this down. Put those in there just now. What's this? What have I got in here? I think this is just bog standard. Yeah, bog standard stuff. Okie dokie. Where's the glass? Right, and I'm gonna need a crafting table. It seems like everywhere there is a crafting table over by the piglin farm, but I'm not hopping over there every time I need to do something, so we'll use these ones. And then I think I'm gonna make like purple pillars on the outside. Very sort of dark and gothic, which like was not my intention at all to begin with, but things seem to be taking a turn in that sort of manner right now. So I'm just gonna go with the flow. Alright. It's a big window. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough glass for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not just short. Right, so let's go see if I've got any more glass kicking around. I might need to go mine some sand. Mine some sand. Dig some sand, mine some sand. Right, so see the chorus fruits. I take it that while they're like this, and the white bit is big and round, they're still growing, but as you can see at the top there, the white bit is tiny. I take it that's when they stop growing, so it's better to harvest them after that and leave these, as you can see this one just popped up a little bit, and leave the smaller ones to reach their full potential, as it were. Right, let's pop round here. There's lots of these ones have already stopped growing. The ones that I've placed on the side of this building, they're going to be left there to sort of take away from the erectness of that build. There's not a delicate way to put that, so yeah. Right, let's see if I can find some sand. This is where I've been cooking the chorus plants, so let's see down here. Let me just turn this into more blocks. So that's how you make purple blocks. You just cook chorus plants in the furnace to make popped chorus. And 4 popped chorus will make 4 purple blocks, I believe. Right, why did I come out? I was looking for sand. Or glass. Or both. I also might need more ink. Oh, I've got some glass here. Got some glass blocks there, but there's only 3 of them, so there's nothing really I can do with that. And right, so I'm going to need more sand. I'm going to need more ink. And yeah, so I'm going to need to go get more sand and more ink to make the glass blocks and everything else. So we will continue making these buildings later on in the next episode. And we'll see how they go, because I need to go get some sand, kill some octopi. Are they octopuses or squid? I always forget. But yeah, I need to go kill some of those dudes and get more black glass, and it's a thing, and I can't bother right now. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.